feeling like I'm Akademiks.
Oh, by the way, did y'all see the new Katt Williams interview? So Katt Williams did another interview. Not Uncle Shay Shay this time. Let me see. Katt Williams. He did Willie D, low key. Pause. Willie D. Yeah. It might be still premiering, but he was talking some shit on here.
It's because of our sheer numbers. So there were 13 on my father's side, and I'm a hustler by nature. Like, if I get a hold of a lick, I want to see how I do all of that, but I get to eat there for free. So I come later.
I'm trying some time
and have a 5-star lunch as a 12. Develop this relationship. Without this nose, we can tell you this is whoever it is. But with that nigga nose, it can only be niggas. Why would somebody vandalize a whole face and only vandalize one part? Nobody wanted to knock an eye off or take an ear off or no chins missing. Nope, just the nose. Because it's a brand. It's a brand. All right, go ahead.
You have an uncanny way of the.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking for the shit talking.
Reached over him to pay him, not mentioning the fact that he got paid for not doing anything.
Well, let's start at the beginning of the Reliant thing.
I don't know if I wanna.
I'm gonna
Go
start,
ahead.
and then you can do what you want to do.
Fair enough. I never go to the city and go, hey, do you guys have some comics here? I'd like to add them to my show. I just don't do it. I travel with the comedian. It's ridiculous. I'm offended. I'm offended. Why? Because even if it's celebrity boxing, I need you to sell tickets too.
Oh, shit. Oh, here we go.
For performing. So he got the check of the performer. This is what he's angry about. Imagine the audacity. Remember, your story is that I'm kicking you the fuck out. Get out and lock arms and don't let him in.
Wait, what are you doing?
Having this question. This is like me insisting that the Lakers put me on as a starter. And I won't take no for an answer. It's ridiculous. You don't even play in our league.
What are you talking about?
And that's before I knew who you were. Now that I know who you are, I'm just ashamed because you took something personal that couldn't have been personal. I didn't meet you.
Wait, who's he talking about?
I travel with the comedians that are coming to your city. We're one unit and one team when we come. That is to let you understand that no comic was fin to come join us that evening because there isn't space for it. I still have to do an hour at the end of this. There's a limited amount of time. So we could just start there.
What are you talking about?
Second of all, I don't care where you're from, what the venue is, how cool you are with the people that work there. Katt Williams show means Katt Williams show. That means don't nothing move but the money. There ain't no loud talking and voice raising and, how dare you? How dare you? Let me look on the advertisements and see, do I see your name or face, sir, whoever you may be? Where would you even get the entitlement to be having this question? This is like me insisting that the Lakers put me on as a starter. And I won't take no for an answer. It's ridiculous. You don't even play in our league.
Who's he talking about?
And that's before I knew who you were. Now that I know who you are, I'm just ashamed because you took something personal that couldn't have been personal. I didn't meet you. That's how it would have gone if I wasn't there, because the truth is I wasn't there. All of this happened before I got there.
What happened with the check? When the security guy gave him
when
the check?
when I asked what the person had said, I said, well, I don't understand. I don't understand why he's so angry. What did he say to you? He said, I'm supposed to be on this show. I said, well, maybe he was expecting to get some sort of a payment. And now he thinks he doesn't get to get paid because we already have a tour. I wouldn't want that. Pay him for performing. So he got the check of the performer. This is what he's angry about. Imagine the audacity. Remember, your story is that I'm kicking you the fuck out. Get out.
Is he talking about Corey Holcomb?
And lock arms and don't let him in. And paying you?
No,
Make it make sense.
He's not talking about Corey, is he?
King.
So,
Either you're smaller than I think or I'm bigger.
All right, hold on. I got to find out what he's talking about.
It wasn't with a man at all.
but the trip part about it is that when people print it, when the media, mainstream media put it out.
Coming out that car.
I know you said
The
you
world
won't talk
couldn't
about it.
possibly want to know
wanna
that.
know,
He's
man.
not
We
famous enough for the world to want to know that.
At least.
All right, okay.
Right. See, because of that clarity you just provided,
Yes.
is the reason why I want to know. I think the world want to know what happened between you and Ali Sadiq.
Oh, Ali Sadiq. Oh, okay. Who the hell is that?
I know.
Let me Google it. Ali Sadiq. What the fuck? Is it this the guy? I've never seen this guy until now, ever in my life. The world never wanted to know this. Yo, Willie D, stop the capping. The world didn't know who this guy is. I didn't know who he is.
Oh, you said
The
you didn't
world
want to talk
couldn't
about it.
possibly want to know
wanna
that.
know,
He's
man.
not
We
famous enough for the world to want to know that.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Ali's pretty
Because
famous.
my side of the world doesn't want to know that.
We don't.
See,
Well, my side of the world. wanna
here's
know.
the thing.
What happened, man?
A lot of times what liars do first is they set up a narrative and a scenario. Like Michael Blackson just got on national TV and told people, yeah, I got a beef with Katt Williams, and Katt is mad at me about this, and because I said this, and I didn't even mean it like that. And the whole time, he's never talked to me.
What?
That's how he feels. He's heard I'm angry. I've not had a conversation with him. It's the same with your Ali Sadiq. If it wasn't for the information that I know in my intel, I would be a fan of his like everybody else. Who wouldn't be a fan of a young black storyteller that's done time and loves his family and is a hometown guy? Like, why would he ever have any enemies in comedy? It's ludicrous. But if you pick the actual king, then make sure that your story's correct. And unfortunately, his story's not correct. No matter what he says, he never met me. He made it disrespectful that a security guard that was 6'7" reached over him to pay him, not mentioning the fact that he got paid for not doing anything.
Well, let's start at the beginning of the Reliant thing.
I don't know if I wanna.
I'm
Well,
gonna
go
start,
ahead.
and then you can do what you want to do.
Fair enough.
But I think for the sake of the audience knowing, just
Tell
having
them
an
who Ali
idea of
Sadiq
what we're
is
talking
first.
about. Ali Sadiq is a comedian from Houston that's based in Houston.
A very fine comedian.
Very fine comedian.
Yes.
Now, Ali said that he went to Reliant Arena and he was on the same show as you. He showed up, and the security stopped him from entering the building. And they said, and then somebody told him Katt didn't want you to come in. And then at some point, somebody else came and gave him a check. Another security person reached over somebody's shoulder and gave him a check. He said that the people that were the working security locked arms to prevent him from walking inside of the building. And he thought that, you had a problem with him. And he said he didn't know why
look
you
at
had a
Katt's
problem
face,
with
bro.
him. And to this day, he don't know why you have a problem with him. That was the.
It'd be nice if that was the story. So now, if that's the story, then let me see if I got this correct. A guy I've never met was supposed to be doing a show with me. And I got so angry, even though I hadn't met him, that I had security keep him out of the building. See, that's the problem with lies. They're faulty from their inception, sir. I'm the person in the story that doesn't have a grudge to feel. I don't care why I didn't like Katt Williams. I would get to the bottom of it. This is not one of those stories. First of all, the actual truth of this matter is, every city that I go to, I already have the comedians who are opening up for me. Not just this tour, but for the 17 100 city tours previous to this. I never go to the city and go, hey, do you guys have some comics here? I'd like to add them to my show. I just don't do it. I travel with the comedians that are coming to your city. We're one unit and one team when we come. That is to let you understand that no comic was fin to come join us that evening because there isn't space for it. I still have to do an hour at the end of this. There's a limited amount of time. So we could just start there. Second of all, I don't care where you're from, what the venue is, how cool you are with the people that work there. Katt Williams show means Katt Williams show. That means don't nothing move but the money. There ain't no loud talking and voice raising and, how dare you? How dare you? Let me look on the advertisements and see, do I see your name or face, sir, whoever you may be? Where would you even get the entitlement to be having this question? This is like me insisting that the Lakers put me on as a starter. And I won't take no for an answer. It's ridiculous. You don't even play in our league. And that's before I knew who you were. Now that I know who you are, I'm just ashamed because you took something personal that couldn't have been personal. I didn't meet you. That's how it would have gone if I wasn't there, because the truth is, I wasn't there. All of this happened before I got there.
What happened with the check? When the security guy gave him
when
the check?
when I asked what the person had said, I said, well, I don't understand. I don't understand why he's so angry. What did he say to you? He said, I'm supposed to be on this show. I said, well, maybe he was expecting to get some sort of a payment. And now he thinks he doesn't get to get paid because we already have a tour. I wouldn't want that. Pay him for performing. So he got the check of the performer. This is what he's angry about. Imagine the audacity. Remember, your story is that I'm kicking you the fuck out. Get out and lock arms and don't let him in. And paying you? Make it make sense, King. Either you're smaller than I think or I'm bigger. Either one. Like, you can't keep positioning the narrative, because that's all this is. This is so that in a conversation in America, there'll be something where he and I are evenly linked. And only people in his hometown are floating that narrative. I'm really him.
You don't believe that there's, under any circumstances, that you and Ali can come to a resolution, just be cool? You've just talked to me. You know I don't have a bone in this. Yeah. I don't have a bone in this. So if I got him on the phone, you talk to him?
I would have gave him the celebrity boxing match he asked for if I thought he was a celebrity.
Oh, shit.
Come on, man. You know I'd be a celebrity. Come on,
sir,
Cat.
I'm not talking. I didn't mean that disparagingly. Yeah. I meant that in ticket sales, my nigga. Ticket sales. That's what I meant. I mean, I'm doing 7,000 in your hometown while you go do 300. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm talking statistics. I'm talking about the biggest and baddest thing going. And you, a person trying to get in, why would you be mad? It's ridiculous. I'm offended. I'm offended. Why? Because even if it's celebrity boxing, I need you to sell tickets too. I need you to sell these pay-per-view numbers, my nigga. I know I'm bringing it. It's more people that want to see me get laid out by you. And the fact that an upstanding and righteous gentleman like yourself is in that position with the only thing trying to be righteous in our lane is just more machinations of the devil. You should have a much better backstory when you pick me as an opponent.
You know what, man? I'm glad you at least addressed it. Because
Let me see who else.
So Ricky Smiley said, doing the right.
I ain't gonna lie, I could hear this nigga cuss out Ricky Smiley and them niggas for life. It's just too hilarious.
1,000 known comedians in America that you could have went to, and they would have told you, this is against my character. I am known for confronting my issue head up, be it Satan or his affiliates. I don't care if you 6'6". I don't care if it's 5 of you. I don't care if I'm guaranteed an L. I don't care if you put a gun in my face. I don't care about none of that. I care about doing the right thing as I see it in that moment. Yeah.
Man, how did you get on in the first place as far as like with the movie thing? Like, I know I'm skipping over the comedy, but how did you get on with the movie thing? Like, specifically, I want to know about Money Mike. I want to know how you got that role.
Right. So here's the whole thing. Liars always come up with terrible lies. So Ricky Smiley says, yeah, Katt was supposed to play the Santa Claus and I was supposed to play the pimp. Liars always have ridiculous narratives. Nobody in America can imagine that a real movie studio would cast 5'5", 145-pound Katt Williams as a fucking Santa Claus, number one. Number two, Ricky Smiley was finna play a pimp. Really? Ricky Smiley has played a woman more times than Ricky Smiley has played a man. He's played Bernice Jenkins 5 times. I got it in my contract that I don't work with Ricky Smiley unless he's playing Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Get out of here, man. That's in your contract for real?
I make my contracts, sir. When you're the master of your masters.
Who the hell is Bernice Jenkins? Is this a real person you mentioned? Bernice Jenkins. Oh, nah. Oh, nah. Oh, nah. Say it ain't so. Oh, nah. Nah, well, that boy right, man. That boy right.
Everything else is subservient. That's why we have control. That's why we're hated, because there's something to hate. But anyway, so Money Mike, this is my first audition, not just my first movie. It's my first audition. The reason it was so great is because they allowed me to do what I wanted to do, and I needed to do things. So I needed to pick the wardrobe for the character. So Money Mike's wardrobe was impeccable because I designed it, and they made it so. I picked out the car, the color of the car. They had a guy playing a pimp. I need this to be an actual pimp. We need Bishop Magic Don Juan. Everything I had to do, me and KD Albert, who played Donna, and Terry Crews, it was all of our first project, and my job was to make sure that we came off as if we were seasoned actors. And so I put everything I had into that movie, to the point where in the script, Money Mike is raped in the bathroom. Katt Williams changed that. Why? Because there's no way. What do you mean, Katt? There's no way. What are you saying? I'm saying in a place that small, I'm not rapeable. I don't care what has to happen. That's what will happen. And so that's how it changed and became a great movie. And just the thought process that maybe Ricky Smiley was going to do that. It is laughable. But yeah, that was going to be my only movie. So I had to do everything that I could do to make sure that it went the way I needed it to. And I've done that in every one of the 60 movie roles that I've done in the 50 network television roles.
Man, I'm glad you stood on that, man, because it's a lot of people who would not have. People get blinded by that bread, man, or that opportunity. Living it, you can see it.
Yeah,
like
this is
that.
not tumultuous. Okay. Listen to 9 Inch Nails, and I could listen to Prince. The slight amount of advertisement that they allowed me to do, and the fact that in a place,
same comedian tell the same jokes, 100 times in a row.
You let a rapper rap the same songs though, and you let a singer sing the same songs, the classics, and you'll allow that. And so
yeah, but funny is supposed to be spontaneous, so that's the difference.
Well, understand that comedy has its roots long before social media. So before social media, you might have heard that this comedian is funny, right? And somebody might have told you what he said, but it didn't sound that funny to you. They just told you what he said. But when you see him in person, oh, he's hilarious. And so comedy always had a cycle where you showed.
You know what I like about Katt? He's really a brilliant orator.
Yes, comedians had gotten so lazy that they were doing one great set that they had on Comic View or Def Jam, and they were touring that for 15 years without changing it. And so we made it a part of our effort to push the fact that you should be writing new material and shaming the community into it by just, I'm going to keep putting out these specials and it's new material. How long are you going to continue to tell these jokes? Because in a minute,
100 cities.
It'll show you a whole new side of you. It's very important. It's very important.
For that long.
Well, you're outmatched. My defense is to these police.
I'm trying to skip through it.
Me, then crossed my mind. The drugs. I never heard about nobody having a good time on drugs or, oh, you got to take this so you can feel it. I didn't see it from that way. I had already seen what it would do to people. And they're telling me, like, I'm letting people tell me, hey, don't do this. Don't get to.
Somebody else came and gave him a check.
Okay, all right, good. Y'all can go watch that interview. It's on Willie D's podcast YouTube channel. I think it's a lot more of Katt talking about nondescript type of information and items rather than he clearly went on Uncle Shay Shay to address a few individuals and shit. While he was there, he said, "Fuck it, I'll give the rest of them niggas some strays too." So that was more like, he was basically doing a roast session of a lot of people. Here, clearly, he speaks about a few people, but the vibe, even though he seems still very poised, he doesn't seem like, okay, I'm just here to talk about people. He's talking about what he got going on. Okay, all right, people. Let me see what else is going on in hip hop, man.
Hardcore, shorty scam me like a barcode, heartbreaking, I go viral, they don't know me, so the same niggas smoking out the OZ, ice cold type lit, and I might smoke, hydro, contemplating what I might do, white shoes, yeah, shorty, I just like you, but you type of, yeah.